9/11, FEMA is involved, and they are now publicly putting public fryers in. I mean, it's unspeakable, Bob. It's like a joke. It's like a satire of a tyranny. Imagine a futuristic world where they have you drive under high-powered radiation and have the cops stand around it with no shielding. And the cops are like, "You're with Al-Qaeda. I like getting cancer." Ugh.
Well, I think a good place to start would be with law enforcement saying, you know what they're doing to you, and you're probably going to be dead within 2 to 3 years, if not sooner. I think maybe you ought to tell these people you don't want to do that.
And by the way, the troops detonated hundreds of chemical weapons bunkers. The alarms all went off in 1991. Thousands and thousands of the troops died, hundreds of thousands ill. The major universities did brainstem studies. They were full of sarin nerve gas. They didn't give you treatment. Last year, they announced they've secretly stolen the death benefits of all the troops. Bloomberg, AP. I mean, get it through your heads, cops and military. The globalist hates you even more than they hate us. Get it through your head. You're on our team even if you don't know it.
And whether you like it or not.
I can't believe it, Bob. I can't believe it. I just can't handle it anymore. Let's go to some phone calls here. Making me sick. Chris in New Hampshire, you're on the air.
Hi, Alex. How you doing?
Just completely freaked out. I mean, it just gets crazier by the minute.
I just got a question for Bob and one for you, Alex. I got disabled at a young age, and obviously I'm on Social Security disability, and with everything going on and the dollar crashing, I've been trying to take the bull by the horns, and I'm thinking about getting some silver, putting it aside. Because I got disabled at such a young age, didn't really prepare for my future. And if I accumulate silver and try to get some gold, if they do go this one world currency, how do I exchange?
Whatever the inflation has been, you exchange it for the currency of your choice, and then that stops the inflation under the classical model.
Okay,
and that's the perfect answer.
Now, would it be a good idea for me to, invest a little bit in silver because of the situation that I am in? Because, I've been trying to save paper money, but I've been really getting informed. I've been a listener for 2 years, and I've really been watching how the world events have been going on here. And I'm not a paranoid type, but I just need to have a little bit of a direction. I mean, the best scenario.
Well, you should never pay more than 1 or 2%. Above spot for gold or silver, and I go for junk, or I go for bullion that is, quite frankly, semi-numismatic. I mean, it has a collector value, but if you go to places like Midas, you can get collector coins at bullion prices because Ted Anderson is hyper-competitive. Chris, I appreciate your call. But if you really don't have a lot of money, the biggest thing is a little bit of emergency storable food, firearms, and family and friends you can trust. Let's talk to Tony in Maryland. Tony, you're on the air.
Hey, what's going on? It was like I won the lottery. Hey, I got a question for you. Actually, it's more one of the best movies you ever made was on Comprehensive Annual Financial Reports. But I found one actually better. It's by a lady named Mary Croft. It's called How I Clobber Every Bureaucratic Cash Confiscatory Agency Known to Man. It's definitely a book to check out, and I sent to your listeners already, or to your email.
Wait, listen, Tony, that's awesome, but your phone's breaking up a bit. Do you have a question or comment for Bob Chapman?
No, that's all.
Anything else? Because I can hear a little bit better now.
I just wanted you to check out the Mary. I wanted our listeners to check out the Mary Croft book. If you go to Google.com, check out Mary Croft. It's information that will definitely bring the criminal federal government down.
Okay, how do you say her last name again?
Mary Croft. Croft, like C-R-O-F-T.
Got it. Thank you so much. Yeah, a brief take on Comprehensive Annual Financial Reports, the double set of books. Bob.
It seems to be generally hidden. The municipalities won't talk about it. It can't get a hearing anywhere. People don't believe it. It's a very hard sell, but it seems to be there.
Oh, it's there. And by the way, we've uploaded annual comprehensive financial reports exposed to the InfoWarrior director channel that we have, folks. Let's talk to, who's up next here, John? Adam in California. You're on the air with Bob Chapman.
Hey, Alex. Thanks for having me on. I wanted to talk with you really quickly about the globalist agenda and how it pertains to the geopolitical situation in the Middle East, and how the events are being controlled, at least from the Muslim perspective. I know Glenn Beck usually bites a lot of your style, takes a lot of your talking points, but one thing that he's spoken about that you really haven't is the Imam Mahdi situation and how the religious events in the Middle East are being controlled.
Now, a lot of Muslims do think it's the end of the world as well, just like Christians do, and that is, even if it was true, it's a manipulation to get people to give in and not fight tyranny because it's all about to end anyways. And there's major foundation globalist funding in the last 150 years pushing that. Bob Chapman.
I agree. And some of the elements under the surface, one must remember, and if you don't know it now, you will, that the Muslim Brotherhood was funded in the 1920s by MI6, and that was taken up with the CIA after its formation in the late 40s.
And that's not debated, by the way.
What's that?
That's not debated.
No.
That's a public fact. Because I have people sending me emails saying, you're making that up. Now you're saying the Muslims are bad. No. This group on record is there to stir stuff up to turn that place into a fire pit. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And you're absolutely right. And I always cite the two divisions that the Grand Mufti of Jerusalem sent to the Second World War to fight with Germany against the Russians. So this is a quasi-fascistic organization that many, many Muslims probably do not know what their agenda is and who controls them.
Well said, Bob. Let's talk to Zira in Illinois.
Hello.
Hey, Zira.
Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Hi, Alex. Yes, I want to say I'm a first-time caller. Thank you for what you're doing. I've been listening to alternative radio for about 2 years, but some information has come up. I wish you can clear the error. I found some information that a man named John Statmiller started GCN and RBN.
Well, ma'am, that's not true, but you say clear the air. I mean, I've been on a lot of networks and radio stations. There was a thing called, it had a couple different names, and Ted was one of the sponsors of it, and then Ted started another radio network that I'm on. I mean, everybody wants to claim, because this show's so big and we're so successful, that they have some type of weird beef with us or something, and it's all just a bunch of grandstanding and high school type fighting and baloney. I'm here covering issues, okay? So I don't even know what you're really talking about, but thank you. I've cleared the air. Now, I want to shift gears now, and then we'll come back in the final segment and talk to Tracy, Frank, and a few others with Bob Chapman of the internationalforecaster.com. But in the 5 minutes we've got before break, gold, silver are exploding. Oil is exploding. All of this predicted. You got to hand it to Lindsey Williams. You got to hand it to Bob Chapman. But we know there's dollar devaluation happening, so that's going to continue to drive this. But I wanted to bring Ted Anderson in to tell us today's gold and silver prices, and then we'll get Bob's take on these prices, how good they are. Ted Anderson.
Yeah, hey, thanks for having me up, Alex. I can tell you right now, gold is at $1433.40 at the high today. Silver went over $35 an ounce, $35.45 today. Just, like you said, going up like a rocket ship. Dollars dropping, the Libyan oil thing. I mean, oil over $100 a barrel, $104 a barrel. What we have right now is I do have your videos. I had to price them up a little bit because silver's just gone through the roof.
Yeah, so that's special for $3 silver, $97 with free shipping and 3 of my films. That was a $70 discount. It had to go up because you ran out of those supplies. This deal's still great. What's the price today?
Well, here's the thing, Alex. Silver's gone up $10 an ounce since I priced those. That deal should be $30 higher than it was when I priced it at $27 an ounce. We are currently selling the same thing at $110. And the reason why I'm holding the price down on this is because I'm just so pleased that we have thousands, and I'm not talking about hundreds, thousands of people getting your videos right now, and thousands of people getting silver dollars in their hands, which are going to be money. I mean, this is the
Constitution. Well, let's be clear then. At spot, then, the 3 coins should cost $105. You're selling it for $110, and the shipping's more than the 5. With 3 films, Obama Deception, Fall of the Republic, Endgame, just as cherries on top to give people out there to wake them up. So that's really about $175 value for $105. How good of a deal is that, Bob Chapman?
It is perfect. Go get it.
All right, 800-686-2237, 800-686-2237. Ted, how long with silver? What's silver today? I know it's up even more.
Yeah, silver went up 3%, over 3%, 3.39%.
Where is it now?
35.45 was the high, 35.41 currently. I mean, it is just out of this world.
So to get those at spot, it would actually be over $106. So you're talking 110 for the 3 coins, which, by the way, are semi-numismatic. Most of these coins are about 100 years old, right, Ted?
Yep, they are. They're the old silver dollars that are either 1921 or older. Some are Morgan, some are Peace.
They're gorgeous.
They do, you know.
They're gorgeous. Most stores, you see them for 40. Again, ladies and gentlemen, 800-686-2237. You've also got a deal, Ted, where they can get $159 value, the hard copy or the email twice-a-week version of the International Forecaster. They buy the Frank basically at cost, and then you slap down the newsletter, your subscription, either digital or physical, of the International Forecaster on top of that with the Frank, correct?
Yeah, that's right. It's $313, and you do get the full-year subscription to the International Forecaster. I was going to go to that right after silver because that is just such a great value for gold.
800-686-2237. Give us a rundown of the maple leafs of the Silver Eagles, the American Eagle Gold, the gorgeous and high demand that you've got just at smoking prices, the Buffaloes, the British Sovereigns. What else do you got? Just say it's a radio special for Alex Jones, folks, and you'll get the older price. And how long can you hold these prices?
Well, I'm holding the prices certainly till midnight. Actually, no, it's Friday. I'm going to hold it all the way through Sunday. I don't care. If you call in, you're going to get it. And that's if silver opens up at $40 an ounce on Monday. It's important that you get.
So this is good through Monday morning?
Yeah, this will be good through Monday morning. So all you have to do, like for instance, the bags of silver, the survival bags of silver are now $25.60. I mean, that at $40 an ounce, that coin is that bag is going to be closer to $2,800. It now takes 25 of the today's dime to buy 1 dime of 1964.
I want to give the number
crazy.
out, 800-686-2237. There's a whole list of radio specials, folks, but you've got to get them while they're still there. Ted doesn't do a lost leader where you come in and you want the special deal on the ham or whatever and they're out. He will go ahead, even if he runs out and has to sell you stuff he got at a higher price, he will hold it. You're guaranteed to get it. And this isn't some gold broker that orders it later. He has this in his vaults now, ready to ship to you. 800-686-2237, 800-686-2237. Bob Chapman, briefly, we're going to come back and take some calls. Where do you see all of this going? Where do you see gold and silver going right now?
What's significant was the pullback of yesterday created by the U.S. government as usual, and the tremendous turnaround in the COMEX market today to the upside. I saw gold up as much as $15.10 during the day, and silver, I think, was up about $1.10. And there's no stopping this. You've got to be in there. You've got to be buying these coins. This has got a long, long way to go. Where do I think it's going? In the immediate future, gold can easily go to $1,650, which is about $300 higher than what it is now. And the silver can easily go, I think it'll run into some technical resistance of profit-taking somewhere between 36 and 40. And then it'll launch again. There's no stopping.
Yeah, look at the 11-year graph.
Position out there.
Look at the 11-year graph on both of them, folks. 800-686-2237. Don't forget, we're doing the search term today. Alex Jones, Twitter. We're invading and assaulting the Twitter sphere today, trying to get 100,000 members by next Friday. Please help us Google that term over and over again. We are the InfoWar. Alex Jones, Twitter. Google it, slam it, crush them, destroy them, annihilate them. InfoWar!
Imagine being free of debt in just 12 weeks without payment plans or negotiating or hiring an attorney. 18 years ago, we cracked the code of debt collections and set tens of thousands of people free of their debts. It's called Zero Debt Guaranteed, and it works for all debts.
My wages were being garnished, so I used the program and the attorney dropped the case and he returned my money within 2 weeks.
With Zero Debt Guaranteed, your success is guaranteed.